Now another numerical on coplanar concurrent force systems, that is how to apply uh, equilibrium of forces, right? Uh, Here we have this is one sphere, this is another sphere, two smooth spheres. Smooth means at the point of contact there is no friction, each of radius 150 millimeter and each weighing 250 Newton each, rests on a horizontal channel. This is a horizontal channel that is also smooth, having vertical walls. This is a vertical wall, this is also a vertical wall, and the two walls are also smooth. Means there is no friction here, 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 because the two spheres are smooth. Means frictional forces we shall not consider into consideration. The distance between the walls, between this wall and this wall, the distance is 560 millimeter. Find the reactions at the point of contacts A, B, C, D. Point of contact A, point of contact B, B, point of contact C, point of contact D. We have to find the reaction forces, right? Now, let us analyze whether this sphere will fit here. It will not. First, the sphere with center O2, this sphere with center O2 is kept on this horizontal channel. It touches the horizontal channel at point C. Now the sphere with center O1, the sphere with center O1 is introduced. Now will it touch the channel here? No, because after introducing this sphere, its radius is given as 150 mm. So its diameter from here to here is equal to 150 plus 150, that is equal to 300 mm. So out of 560, 300 mm is covered. So I am left with 260 mm. So the space from here to here is 260 mm, and 260 mm, and the diameter of this sphere is 300 mm. So it will not fit because 300 is more than 260 mm. Now the sphere with center O1 is introduced. It cannot touch the channel. This sphere cannot touch this channel because available space is 560 from here to here. 560 minus from here to here 300, that is equal to 260 mm, and is less than the diameter of this sphere, that is 300 mm. So it will not fit. So one sphere has 3 points of contact. So this sphere has 3 points of contact, B, C, D, B, C, D, and the other sphere, this one, has 2 points of contact, that is at A and B, that is at A and B. Now, now since this sphere does not touch the channel here, therefore the center O2 and O1 are not in the horizontal line. They don't make a horizontal line, so they make a line like this. Means they make some angle with the horizontal. Let it be alpha, this angle. So that is what I am explaining here. Since O1 O2 will not be in a horizontal line, let angle PO2 O1, PO2 O1, this angle is alpha. P O1 O2, this angle is alpha. Now let us see how much is O2P. From O2P, this distance will be this distance, that is 560, minus this radius minus this radius. So OP2 will be 560 minus O2D minus O1A. So 560, this is 150, this is also 150, so this is 260. Now look at the triangle O1PO2, this angle being alpha. So cosine of the angle alpha is equal to base over hypotenuse, that is O2P over O1O2, O1O2. So O2P we just calculated as 260, so 260 over O1 O2, that is radius plus radius, that is 150 plus 150, that is 300. So this comes out 0 cancels, 26 by 30, this cancels with 213, this cancels with 215, so 13 by 15. So cos alpha is 13 over 15. Now with a scientific calculator, you know how to find out inverse of an angle. So alpha is equal to cos inverse of 13.5. If you put in a scientific calculator, it comes out to be this. Then rounding off, this is greater than 5, so this becomes 3. So 29.93 degrees your alpha. Now the two spheres are in equilibrium. Equilibrium means this sphere is neither moving along x-axis nor along y-axis. This sphere is neither moving along x-axis nor along y-axis. They are in equilibrium, means the net force is 0. Now the two spheres are in equilibrium due to concurrent forces, so the net force on each sphere is 0. Now let us analyze the point of contact. Then go into, now let us analyze the points of contact. Now this is your O2, this is your O1. At point D, this is the point D, the action force is to this side. So this wall applies a reaction force, reaction at D. At the point of contact from the horizontal channel, this is the reaction force because of the action force downward. Now, and the action force is not 250. Had this sphere had not touched this sphere was all alone, then this 250 Newton would have been downward and the reaction would have been 250. But this is not 250. Why? I will explain you. Now, again at this point of contact, which is B, this is the reaction force offered by this sphere to this sphere. This is the reaction force RB offered by this sphere to this sphere. Both will be same, action reaction. Now this is 250 downward Newton, and for this, at this point of contact, the wall is providing a reaction force RA because of the action force. So one reaction force, second reaction force, third reaction force, fourth reaction force. Now look, for this diagram, this point is same thing as this. This point is same thing as this point of contact. RB is to this side, so this will be alpha. This will be alpha because if you draw a horizontal line, this will be alpha, vertically opposite, so alpha. So if this is your RB, this is your RB for this sphere, then this will be RB cos alpha, this will be RB sin alpha. Now for this sphere, RB sin alpha is downward, and for this sphere 250 Newton is downward, and that is balanced by RC. So RC is not equal to 250, rather it will be equal to 250 plus RB sin alpha, which we'll discuss later on. For this sphere, now look, this point is same thing as this. RB is to this side, so this angle is alpha, so this will be equal to RB cos alpha, this will be your RB sin alpha. Now let us go to analyzing. So cos alpha is found out. Let us go to analyzing. Now for the sphere O, center at O1, the sphere having center O1, the sum of the forces along y direction is 0 because it is in equilibrium. Now because it is in equilibrium. Now look, I'm taking the y forces. For this point is same thing as this, reaction force RB sin alpha is along y axis, its weight is vertically downward, that is 250 Newton. This is neither going up nor coming down, so RB sin alpha balances your 250 Newton. So your RB sin alpha is 250. So RB is equal to 250 over sin alpha. Alpha I have just calculated. That was equal to 29.93. So put the value of alpha here, and using a scientific calculator, this comes out to be this 250 by this comes out to be this much Newton. So rounding off, since greater than 5, this becomes 1. So 501.1 Newton. Now let us again for the same sphere along the x direction. The sphere is neither going to this side nor going to this side. So along the x-axis, the net force is 0. That is sigma fx is equal to 0. Now sigma fx is equal to 0. Now look, for this sphere, this point is same thing as this. This is your RB cos RB, making alpha with horizontal. So this is equal to RB cos alpha along x-axis. And to this side, to the negative x-axis is RA. So these two must be equal. So your RB cos alpha is equal to your RA. RB cos alpha to this side, RA to this side. So they have to equal and opposite. They are opposite. So they have to equal in order to cancel. So the net force will be 0. So RB we just calculated from here. Cos alpha we have calculated in the previous page. Cos alpha was 13 over 15. So cos alpha is 13 over 15. This one simplified gives you this much. That is equal to, when rounded off, this is greater than 5. So this becomes 3. So 434.3 Newton. Now for the sphere with center O2, that is for this sphere, center with a sphere O2, right? Sphere with center O2. Let us balance the forces along y-axis. Now this is along x-axis, this is along y-axis, so we'll consider this. This is along y-axis, we'll consider this. And this point is same thing as this, RB sin alpha, RB cos alpha. So this is along y-axis. So along y-axis, this is downward. 250 is also downward. RC is upward. So RB sin alpha downward, 250 downward, RC upward. So they must be equal and opposite. So RB we have found out. This I put it here. Sin alpha is put here. Sin alpha is this much. Then 250 is equal to RC. Using this with a scientific calculator, the value comes out to be this into this plus 250 comes out to be this much. When rounded off, this becomes 500 Newton. Now this becomes 500 Newton. So that is along the forces along y-axis. Now for the sphere with center O2, let us balance the forces along x-axis. Now the sphere with center O2, the sphere with center O2, at this point, this is the reaction force provided by this wall, and at this point, this is your RB. This is your RB cos alpha. This is along x-axis. This is to this side, RB cos alpha. RD is to this side. This is your RB cos alpha. So they must be equal, so that they will cancel, because they are opposite already. So if they are equal, they will cancel. So let us make them equal. So sigma fx is equal to 0. That is RD is equal to RB cos alpha. RB we have just found out. Cos alpha was found out as 13 by 15. So this comes out to be this. By rounding off, this is 8. That is greater than 5. So this becomes, this is greater than 5. So this 8 becomes 9. So the reaction force at a D is equal to 34.29. So that is how it is all about. One, this is the first phase, and this is your second phase, this is your third phase, and this is your fourth phase.